Decision day is here, the final match day of the season. Yes, Western Conference, everyone has qualified that can for the playoffs. There's two spots open in the East, but there's a lot of scenarios where teams can move around on both the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. Before we jump into those predictions and those scenarios, let's take a look at the Nerdy Soccer table. Heading into Decision Day, Cote still on top with 36 points. Jay is coming in at second place with 33 points. Save Crystal is by himself there in the third spot with 32 points. Matt's Picks coming in fourth with 30 points. And then we have a tie for fifth between Joey Betts and Sam with 29 points. If you want to get involved, QR code is on the screen. We will be doing these predictions through the end of the season, all the way through the MLS Cup final. But enough of that, let's jump into Decision Day predictions. So we kick it off with CF Montreal versus NYCFC. Currently, Montreal are 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. NYCFC, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. NYCFC currently on a 4-match unbeaten streak. For Montreal, the scenario is they need to win or draw to make sure they are guaranteed a playoff spot. But at the same time, NYCFC need a win and an Orlando loss to get them into 4th place to get home field advantage in the best of 3 series. NYCFC hasn't lost this match in their last 7 meetings, 6 wins and a draw. CF Montreal at home, though, 7 wins, 5 draws, 4 losses, where NYCFC, 4 wins, 5 draws, and 7 losses. The win probability is in favor of NYCFC on this one at 41%. But I feel like Montreal have been good. Yes, they are coming off of a loss on the road to Charlotte, but before that, they were on a 4-match unbeaten streak, 3-match winning streak. I think that they get the job done at home. Yes, NYCFC have looked strong here in the second half of the season, but I think Montreal win this match 1-0 over NYCFC. So that leads us into a match that doesn't matter at all. That is Chicago Fire versus Nashville SC. Currently, Chicago 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Nashville 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses. Currently on a 3-match losing streak. Chicago at home, though, 5 wins, 4 draws, 7 losses, where Nashville have 3 wins, 3 draws, and 10 losses on the road. Win probability in favor of the Chicago Fire at 41%. And I think that's what happens. I think that Chicago get it done at home. Maybe there's some, pump up because Greg Berhalter is now their head coach. But no, I just think that Nashville struggle on the road this season, and I think that Chicago Fire get the job done at home 2-1 over Nashville SC. So a match that I'm looking forward to because it does have implications to the Eastern Conference standings. That's DC United versus Charlotte FC. Currently, DC United 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches, where Charlotte are 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches, currently on a 4-match unbeaten streak. Now, the scenario for DC United, they need to win or draw to be guaranteed a playoff spot. Charlotte could jump NYCFC to get into 5th place if they win and NYCFC lose, but to be honest, I think I would rather play Cincinnati than Orlando City at this point in time. These two teams are 2 wins and 2 losses and a draw against each other. It is a very close matchup between these two. DC United at home, 4 wins, 5 draws, 7 losses, where Charlotte are 4 wins, 4 draws, and 8 losses on the road. With that being said, the win probability is in favor of Charlotte at 53%. And I'm sorry, Jay. I think that Charlotte, they're looking good. Even though DC are currently on a 3-match unbeaten streak, I think that Charlotte are just a little bit better than DC United. I think they go on the road here and win this match 2-1 at Audi Field. And that leads us into Inter Miami versus New England Revs. Currently, Inter Miami 2 wins and 3 draws in their last 5 matches, where the Revs are 1 win and 4 losses, currently on a 3-match losing streak. The implications in this one, yeah, Miami can't move up or down because they are number 1, but they could break the single season record points. And how ironic that they are playing the team that hold that record. I think that they're going to try to go all out and win this match just to beat the record. I mean, I would if it was my team, I would want them to do that. Inter Miami at home, 10 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. New England Revs, 4 wins, 0 draws, and 12 losses on the road. Of course, the win probability is in favor of Inter Miami, and it's at 78%. I think that's one of the highest ones we've seen this season. And I don't think that there's much to say on this one other than Miami is definitely the better team than the Revs, and I think they have no problem, and they win this match 3-1 over the New England Revs. Now, this next matchup is a hard one for me, and it was a hard one to predict. That is New York Red Bulls versus Columbus Crew. The Red Bulls, 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Columbus Crew, 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. Like I said, it's a toss-up for me because Columbus, it doesn't matter. They're going to get second place no matter what. But for the Red Bulls, they could jump both Charlotte and NYCFC if they win and both of those teams lose. But also, the Red Bulls could have to win by 2+ difference to jump NYCFC. So that is a very tough one there. Which I think they might take this one serious and try to win because they don't want to have to turn around and play Columbus in that round 1 best of 3 series. So I think that the Red Bulls are going to play tough in this one, where Columbus Crew are maybe going to relax and maybe not even start their starters to give them some rest. The Red Bulls at home, though, 7 wins, 7 draws, 2 losses, where Columbus Crew are 8 wins, 5 draws, and 3 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of Columbus, but like I said, I think I'm going to have to lean towards the Red Bulls, but they only win this match 1-0 over the Crew. Now, that leads us into Orlando City versus my Atlanta United. Currently, Orlando City, 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches, currently on a 3-match winning streak, where Atlanta, 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. The scenarios are crazy for this one. Orlando, I would love it if you let Atlanta United win this match. Atlanta need this win to make the playoffs. Orlando can't jump anyone, but they could be jumped by NYCFC. So it is kind of important for them if they don't want to lose that 3rd spot. Now, Atlanta, they will probably play their hearts out in this one because they have to. They need both DC United and Montreal to lose and some other movement for them to be able to make the playoffs. Orlando City, 7 wins, 4 draws, and 5 losses at home. Atlanta United, 3 wins, 6 draws, 7 losses on the road. Win probability in favor of Orlando City at 47%. And this is also a rivalry match in the sense, from my standpoint, for Atlanta, Orlando is there is kind of a rivalry there. I don't think Atlanta go on the road and win this. I think they get a draw, but that's not enough. And I think that this match ends in a 2-2 draw there in Orlando. Next up, we have Philadelphia Union versus FC Cincinnati. Currently, the Union, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 2-match losing streak, where Cincinnati, 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 3-match losing streak. Scenario in this one, Philadelphia needs to win, and DC United or Montreal need to lose, and they are in. Cincinnati have nowhere to move in this game, so I actually think that this might be a very easy win for the Philadelphia Union. Cincinnati can't move, they can't be jumped, and why risk injury to your best players and all that? So I think that it's going to be an easy win for Philadelphia Union. Currently, they are 4 wins, 5 draws, and 7 losses there at home. Cincinnati, 10 wins, 2 draws, and 4 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of Cincinnati, but like I said, if you are Pat Noonan, you don't play your starters and stuff because there's nowhere for you to move or be jumped at the spot that you're in. I think Philadelphia get the job done at home, and I think that we see a lot of goals for some reason in this one. Usually on decision day, I don't feel like you do see a lot of goals because people play very defensively, but I think Philadelphia win this match 3-2 over FC Cincinnati. So now we head over to the Western Conference. We have Austin FC versus Colorado Rapids. Currently, Austin 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Colorado Rapids 1 win and 4 losses. Currently on a 3-match losing streak, which I feel like we haven't really seen that from Colorado this season. Austin are eliminated, so I think this could be a pointless game for them, but they are at Q2 Stadium. This would be a great game for Colorado to go on the road and win. If they win, they could potentially jump Houston, but at the same time, they need to make sure that they win because Minnesota and Vancouver both have the potential to jump them. Currently, Austin 6 wins, 5 draws, 5 losses there at home. Colorado Rapids 5 wins, 2 draws, 9 losses on the road. The win probability at 42% is in favor of the Rapids, but I don't think they go on the road and win. I think this match ends in a draw. I think Austin are going to just try to show out for that last home game, but they don't win either. I think this match ends in a 1-1 draw there at Q2 Stadium. Not to be rude or anything, but this next one, I don't think anybody cares about. That is FC Dallas versus Sporting Kansas City. Both teams are eliminated. This means nothing. The attendance is probably going to be very low. We'll just go through this one pretty quickly. FC Dallas, 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Sporting Kansas City, 1 win and 4 losses. Currently on a 4-match losing streak. Dallas at home, though, 9 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses. Sporting Kansas City, only 2 wins, 3 draws, and 11 losses on the road. This match, the win probability is in favor of Dallas, but I don't think it ends that way. I think it ends in a draw, and I think it ends in a 1-1 draw there at Toyota Stadium. So this next match, we go from one that is pointless to one that could mean a good bit to both sides. That's Houston Dynamo versus LA Galaxy. Currently, the Dynamo 2 wins, a draw, 2 losses in their last 5 matches. LA Galaxy 4 wins and a loss in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 3-match winning streak. Houston can't jump anybody, but if they win, it solidifies their 5th spot. For the Galaxy, though, a win or draw here would be huge because it would guarantee them the number 1 spot. If they lose, there is a potential that LAFC could jump them if they have the right goal difference in their match. Houston Dynamo, 6 wins, 7 draws, 3 losses there at home. LA Galaxy, 6 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses on the road. The win probability in this one is very close. 38% leaning towards LA Galaxy, 31% to the Dynamo, and then 30% for a draw. With that being said, I have to go with that 30%. I think that both Houston and LA Galaxy are going to win this game, and Houston looked pretty good at home. They've only lost 3 matches this season, but I'm going to have to go with that 30% at a draw, and I think this match ends in a 2-2 draw. So that leads us into LAFC versus San Jose Earthquakes. Currently, LAFC 5 wins in their last 5 matches. Earthquakes 1 win, a draw, and 3 losses in their last 5 matches. LAFC, if they beat San Jose well enough and the Galaxy lose, they could jump the Galaxy for the number 1 spot. But if that would happen, if they happen to lose, it doesn't matter, and the Sounders can't jump them. San Jose, they have nothing to lose. They have nothing to lose, and they can ruin LAFC's chances of getting the number 1 spot in the West if they go on the road and win this match. LAFC at home, 10 wins, 4 draws, 2 losses. San Jose, 2 wins, 2 draws, and 12 losses on the road. The win probability is heavily in favor of LAFC at 73%. And I have to go with that. I think LA have no problem with San Jose. Yes, I feel like San Jose might put forth a good effort to maybe try to ruin it, but LA are just such a better team, and they win this match 3-1 over the Earthquakes. So next up, we have Minnesota United versus St. Louis City. Currently, Minnesota, 3 wins, a draw, and a loss in their last 5 matches. St. Louis, 3 wins and 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Minnesota need to win this match. If they draw, there's a potential that Vancouver could jump them, putting Minnesota in the play-in match. St. Louis City, though, they're already eliminated, have nothing to lose, but they are on the road. I just can't see them going on the road and winning against Minnesota United. Minnesota at home, 6 wins, 4 draws, 6 losses. St. Louis City on the road, only 1 win. That's why I think that it's going to be tough for them to go on the road here and win this match. 8 draws, 7 losses. Win probability in favor of Minnesota at 44%. And I think that's what happens. I think that Minnesota get the job done at home, solidify themselves in the playoffs and out of the play-in game, and they win this match 2-1 over St. Louis City. So our second to last match, we have RSL versus Vancouver Whitecaps. Currently RSL 2 wins, 3 draws in their last 5 matches. Vancouver Whitecaps 2 draws, 3 losses in their last 5 matches. Currently on a 3-match losing streak. Scenarios here: if RSL can win the match and the Sounders lose or draw, RSL could jump them for the 3rd spot, which is helpful in some cases. Vancouver, however, needs to win this more than RSL do. They have home field advantage and everything in the first round, but Vancouver with a win could potentially get them out of the play-in match if Minnesota or Colorado lose. So the implications for Vancouver are a lot more than Real Salt Lake. RSL, though, 10 wins, 3 draws, 3 losses there at home. Vancouver Whitecaps, 7 wins, 4 draws, 5 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of RSL because they are at home, and they are just a good team at home. And I think they get the job done. I hate to say this, but I think Vancouver Whitecaps go on the road. They're not in great form right now, where RSL are currently on a 5-match unbeaten streak, and they are just good at home. I think RSL wins this match 3-2 over Vancouver Whitecaps. Now, for our final match for Decision Day, we have Seattle Sounders versus Portland Timbers. Currently, the Sounders 4 wins and a draw in their last 5 matches, where Portland Timbers 1 win, 3 draws, and a loss in their last 5 matches. The implications on this one: Sounders need a win, would solidify their 3rd spot in front of RSL. But either way, the Sounders, they have home field advantage in round 1. For Portland, though, if they win and Minnesota and Vancouver loses, they could jump into that 7th spot, avoiding the play-in match. So those bottom 3 teams in the West, they are really trying to compete to get out of that play-in game and go into the series of 3. Seattle Sounders, 8 wins, 6 draws, 2 losses there at home. Portland Timbers, 3 wins, 5 draws, and 8 losses on the road. The win probability is in favor of the Sounders at 48%. And I don't know why. I feel like this is a pretty big rivalry also. I think that these two teams have clashed so many times, it kind of just forced itself to be. I think Portland go on the road here and get a point. I don't think it helps them, and it doesn't really help Seattle Sounders, but I think that this match ends in a 1-1 draw there at Lumen Field. So that is it for my picks. Tell me down below what your picks are. We will be doing a live stream for both sets of matches. We are doing like a 360 type thing. We'll have matches up, though. It's just not going to be 360. I'm going to have all the matches going at one time. If you want to get involved, QR codes on the screen. There's 3 games out there for you to predict. Predict those, climb the Nerdy Soccer table. The link down in the description to look at the whole table to see where you're currently at if you have made predictions before. Also, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you like the content. We will see you for the live stream.